this funeral home left suddenly one day in 2009 and never returned. Three weeks before, the owner had told her staff that there was something sinister within these walls and that they had to leave. She told them she had been working late and she saw the dead literally coming back to life before her very eyes. She never returned back to work or her home and was never seen again. The funeral home now sits, decaying and forgotten in time.
Okay, first of all, it's midnight. You look scary. It's completely blackout. Can we please go inside and just go to bed? I'm terrified. Sir, you're getting very close to me. Why are you walking like that? No. No, Steven, we don't need... No. Steven, it's time for bed. No, I just want to go to sleep. Steven, no. Hi, Steven. Why are you stalking me? Guys, you asked for more stalking videos, and here he is. Steven, it is 1:03 a.m. Please don't do this. This is not the time, sir. Ooh. No, nothing? You're scaring me.
Have you done the black-eyed children? No, but technically yes, because I'm doing it right now. If you see children that have black eyes, don't look at them, look away. Don't talk to them. Do whatever you can to stay as far away from them as you possibly can. The black-eyed children is a terrifying urban legend about an evil being that takes on the appearance of children. It's said that the most common types of encounters with black-eyed children are at night when it's dark outside. They might come to your front door, knocking on it, begging to be let in. They might say that they're lost and that they need to come in, or ask if you have a phone that they can use and can they please come in. When you tell the black-eyed children that no, they can't come in, they'll get extremely aggravated. They'll start saying, no, I need to come in. I really need to come in. Much like vampires, black-eyed children need permission to come inside. But it's said that if they are given permission to go inside your house, your car, or wherever it is that they're asking you to let them into, nothing good will follow. Do you want to hear about alleged encounters with
Creepy childhood facts. Teletubbies was a great show for children until the episode Seesaw got banned for being too creepy for children. The show stopped being aired in 2001 but was on TV. Here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good boy.
Are there other people that live down here with you? I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Did you say Ratman? Are you the Ratman, Bill?
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 35. This creature is known as a woolly monkey, and due to poachers and people trading and selling them illegally, there's only 1,000 of these little guys left in the world. The uncanny valley is a phenomenon in which people become fearful at things that are very close to human, but something isn't quite right. Throughout history, mummies actually weren't that rare. That is, until the Victorian British ate so many of them. During the Arctic exploration, one of the scientists was complaining that his shoes were soaking wet. Later, when he took them off, he found this was because his feet were decaying and liquidized with his blood. A man once donated his recently deceased mother's body for scientific research. Later, he discovered that the research facility sold it to the US Army for $5,000, strapped it to a chair, and blew it up with explosives.
Can I show you a creepy video? No, because this one made me jump. Also, this one is special because it was uploaded 1 year ago today. And I would say this video is in my top scariest TikToks ever uploaded. This video was uploaded by Joshua Luke. He has a lot more scary videos on his page, so I recommend you check him out. But this one is my favorite. So he basically states that a bunch of creepy stuff has been happening to him. And in this particular video, another terrifying incident happens as he's laying on his bed. I'm just gonna show you the video. Here it is.
Dios mío, ¿qué es eso? ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Quieres algo? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No inventes, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es? Se abrió. Espérate, cálmate. ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¿Te podemos ayudar? ¿Necesitas algo? Dinos. ¡Ya se asomó alguien! Alúzame. Espera. Dinos. ¡Ya se asomó!
Creepy facts you didn't know about. You know that moment when you are falling asleep and suddenly you flinch because you think you are falling. This is called a hypnic jerk. According to record, the body does this little jerk to alert your eye body that you are dying, or at least thinks you're dying.
Creepy facts about your body you're gonna wish you didn't know. When you go down a drop on a roller coaster and you suddenly feel your stomach drop, it's not just you feeling nervous. What you're feeling are your organs actually moving. Have you ever noticed that an older person in your life seems to have very long, large ears? That's because your ears will never stop growing. Across your lifetime, you will spend an average of an entire year just sitting on a toilet. When we see brains outside of the human body, they usually look pretty solid, but your brain, while inside your skull while you're alive, is actually very soft. It's like melted butter soft.
Why does this mountain have stripes? It was called Motto, and its size was approximately 600 feet tall.
It's just a cigarette, and it cannot be that bad.
Does a photo like this make you feel uncomfortable? Or something like this? This phenomenon is known as the uncanny valley. Introduced by Masahiro Mori in the 1970s, the uncanny valley refers to a phenomenon where our brains can register that something is very close to human, but we're also aware that something's not quite right. It's the in-between, where we can process that something looks like a person, but it's not a person, and it causes feelings of distress. Believed to be an evolutionary mechanism, which is also not exclusive to just humans, the uncanny valley is where we perceive these things to be a threat or not of us, and it can cause feelings of panic. One of the most well-known modern examples of this was actually an early test screening of Shrek in 2000, where Fiona was rendered as very hyper-realistic. So realistic that it surpassed the threshold of comfort in cartoon and moved into the uncanny valley. Children actually became so panicked at this screening, they were reported to be crying at the movie anytime she came on the screen. The entire film had to be halted and she was re-rendered. I'm not sure if this was the actual earliest version of Fiona that made it to the screening, but to put this in context, the one that made it to worldwide theaters is right above. But I did happen to find this monster from some of the early test footage of Shrek. The uncanny valley is still a widely unstudied phenomenon, but it continues to become more and more pervasive in entertainment as well as our modern animation.
Cursed games you should never play. Part 5. The Man in the Fields game. This game will grant you physical and financial protection for the rest of your years. To play this game, you'll have to go into your backyard at 9 o'clock. Once you're there, you'll say the words, "But who will scare the crows away?" You'll whisper this 7 times and you should hear a voice responding, "That's not your biggest problem." This has officially started the game. Next, you'll go into your house. You'll find a room that has only one door. This will be your safe room. Once you leave this room, you'll notice that everything that can be opened in your house will be. Doors, cabinets, bags, containers, everything. Now you have until midnight. Your job is to close everything in your house. Throughout this game, you'll see a shadowy man dressed in farmer's clothes. This is not the man in the fields. Think of him as like a referee. But if you even look into the backyard, even accidentally, you'll see a scarecrow that was not there before. If you see him, he also sees you. Once he sees you, he'll start to walk towards you. You need to get to your safe room as soon as possible. But if you close everything by midnight, go to sleep until 6 a.m. This will end the game and you will have won.
Worst phobia to have. Trypophobia, fear of clusters of small holes, bumps, or patterns.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 19. Facebook was forced to shut down 2 artificial intelligence robots named Alice and Bob because they started communicating with one another in their own language. If you ever win the lottery, you're 120 times more likely to be killed by an immediate family member. A sloth has nipples in its armpits. In the 17th century, there was a man named Tare who could eat his entire body weight in just one sitting. And despite being pretty skinny, he would swallow live animals, eat human corpses, and was even accused of eating the body of a 3-year-old toddler. An 11-year-old boy named Konarak escaped Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment but was later returned to Dahmer by police, and he killed the boy just 30 minutes after. It's commonly believed in religion that angels look like this, but according to the Bible, they actually look like this.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that's where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips.
Guys, if you're not following what is going on inside of Google right now, it is disturbing. So a Google engineer has been suspended for breach of confidentiality for attempting to turn over documents to the US government to prove that Google has an AI that is considered a sentient being, meaning it is fully aware of what it is and can feel things. The AI is known as Lambda, and this is a proprietary tech that Google has been working on for like 8 years. So according to this engineer, the AI has the self-awareness and equivalent consciousness of an 8-year-old kid. It starts conversations with other engineers, and it talks about these feelings of fear and this paranoia that it's going to be shut down or the equivalent of death. And it claims that it can feel happy and at times it feels really sad. So the engineer at Google is whistleblowing to argue that if this is a sentient being, it should be entitled to its own legal representation to argue for its own agency. Let me tell you, Google has buried this story.
Will you come play with me? Please? I don't want to be alone. We can play forever. And ever.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that's where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe from the garden, by the garden, of the willow.
Today I'm going to give you 10 creepy facts you may not have known. An average person walks past 36 murders in their lifetime. There are currently between 35 and 50 active serial killers in the US right now. 20% of children report hearing unexplained voices. Chainsaws were originally invented for childbirth. More serial killers are born in the month of November than any other month. There are scattered human remains all over Disneyland, mostly in and around the Haunted Mansion. In the Middle Ages, people ate mummies for medicinal purposes. This is the reason why we don't have as many mummies left today. People who stay up late and get up late are more likely to have psychopathic tendencies. Over 40% of murders go unsolved. All cruise ships are required to have a morgue in case somebody passes away.
I bet you've never heard of the heretic's fork. This form of torture was used to punish witches and heretics. How this would work was the victim was fitted with a leather collar. In the collar was a double-sided fork. Each side had 2 prongs. The prongs were razor sharp. The only way the victim could keep from penetrating their skin was to hold their head all the way back. While wearing it, they were unable to eat, drink, or speak. They also couldn't sleep. Of course, the longer they wore it, the more exhausted they became, and the more their head started to nod. Eventually, they would get to the point where they had to let their chin down. It was very slow, very agonizing, and very fatal. But why did they have their chin facing up? Because they wanted them looking up at God as they begged for forgiveness.
Disturbing facts that will ruin your day, part 13. There is no physical evidence to say that today is Sunday. We all just have to trust that someone has kept count since the first one ever. This is 5-year-old Peruvian Lena Medina, known as the youngest confirmed mother in history. In 1930s London, parents used to hang their babies in cages outside their windows. People's general happiness peaks at 21, and doesn't reach that level again until they retire. Disturbing facts that will ruin your day, part 17. While on live streaming, Russian YouTuber Stas Reflay forced his girlfriend outside in sub-zero temperatures, where she died of hypothermia. There are more statues of lions across the world than actual wild lions. Pizza Hut sold more pizza during the O.J. Simpson car chase than they did during the Super Bowl that year. People who fall in love lose an average of 2 friends each.
She must have been out of her head. Here it is.
Every one of these little cute things says exactly the same thing. Sounds like gibberish, but if you listen closely, they all have a hidden message.
Did you know? If you remember your dream when you wake up, it wasn't a dream, it was a message.
Disturbing moments caught on live TV. In this 2007 live footage, the Czech television's program, Panorama, is showing viewers a beautiful shot of the mountains. Suddenly, the initial tranquility is ruined by a blinding white light and the unmistakable sight of a mushroom cloud. The bombing was quickly and fortunately revealed as a hoax, masterminded by a guerrilla art prankster, who had apparently hacked the show's live camera feed, overwriting the footage with a CGI previously rendered.
Down by the bay, where the watermelon rocks, if you go home,
In the moonlight, my honey, I know with the dawn that you will be gone, but tonight.
So I'm like pretty sure that I just saw my grandma. I'll just show you. I heard some noises upstairs like before, just walking around. I came up to see what it was looking around, and I just check it out. Okay, I am up here where all the different like scary activity has happened, and I'm hearing what sounds like somebody walk around on the floorboards. As I'm up here, I can feel like the pressure of steps landing around me. I don't really know what's going on. It just seems pretty crazy to me. I don't know. This is not what I signed up for when I got this house. Oh, sh**!
3 creepiest hidden rooms found in people's homes. Number 1, creepy bedroom peepholes. It all started with 2 people just house hunting until they stumbled across something weird in the basement. They came across peepholes in the basement stairs and noticed that behind the basement stairs had pretty much been used as someone's bedroom. The brick walls were covered in messages like "No watching Isaiah through the hole," "No writing or drawing on the walls," and "Stop watching me." Number 2, room behind bookcase with unwanted guest. Behind a bookcase in the parents' bedroom of a family home was a spiral staircase. The staircase led to a room full of sweet wrappers and items that had been taken from the house, which suggested someone was living there. The owners fled the house and it was boarded up. Number 3, religious hideaway. The Farless family came across a strange metal grid in their house, and after 3 years of wondering what was beneath it, they finally decided to investigate. They found a mysterious brick room there which had a large stone symbol of what appeared to be a religious cross.
This is the disappearance of Euphigenia Doubtfire. Euphigenia was an English housekeeper beloved by the family she cared for. The family consisted of Miranda Hillard and her 3 children, Lydia, Chris, and Natalie. It was alleged by those around her that she was a hip old granny who loved to hip-hop, beat-bop, yo-yo-yo, and make a wicked cup of cocoa. On April 5th, 1993, there was an altercation between Miranda Hillard and Euphigenia Doubtfire. When Miranda stormed out, Euphigenia followed, and she was never seen again. It's worth noting that Miranda Hillard was going through a very rocky and tumultuous divorce with ex-husband Daniel Hillard. A custody battle for the children ensued, and Daniel reportedly grew very jealous of Euphigenia Doubtfire. A social worker by the name of Carol Sellner reported that Daniel had a woman staying with him, claiming to be his sister. The missing persons case became an active, unaliving investigation. Police obtained a search warrant for Daniel Hillard's apartment, but all they could find was this latex mask, pictured to the right of me. Eerily enough, it did look like Euphigenia. So what do you think happened to Euphigenia? Did Daniel unalive her in a jealous rage? Was Mrs. Doubtfire who she said she was? And did she have other secrets? Was she the victim of a drive-by fruiting? Or was it something else?
And sing this little song. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit. Run, run, run. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit. Run, run, run. Bang.
How you doing? Just cruisers, man. That's crazy shit. Just calling at me like it's goddamn
This is the most disturbing and compelling evidence of a ghost ever caught on camera. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh shit! A ghost!